This is Adam DC, and welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Game Network. Today's deck profile for you guys is going to be a little bit unique. It's something I've made that I thought was interesting. It's based off of Heatwave, which I actually reviewed earlier this week. And this is essentially a Heatwave lockdown deck or a Heatwave control deck, whatever you want to call. But what you're going to do is you're going to try to fill the field with normal monsters while preventing your opponent from being able to grab a foothold on the field. And you're going to prevent their summons or negate their summons. And the whole theory behind this deck came from Heatwave. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you know, the effect for Heatwave is until you have to activate this card at the beginning of your main phase 1, until your opponent's end phase, neither player can normal or special summon effect monsters. So all of your vanillas you can still use. So we're going to start off with 3 Gene Warp Werewolf, 3 Battle Axe, and 3 Glider to Beast and All. Now these cards, I chose these vanillas specifically because they're all Beast Warrior and they're all Earth, so they have synergy with the rest of the deck, which I will get into. Next, Ninkin Dogs. Anybody who played Fire Fist the format or two ago will understand this. They are Wind and Beast Warrior. So because they're Beast Warrior, they still have synergy with the deck, but because they're Wind, they're going to allow me to exceed into a Lightning Chidori if the opportunity permits. 1 Rescue Rabbit, he's at 1 now. Tribute him, or rather banish him, and special summon 2 vanillas with the same name from your deck, level 4 lower. 2 Redox, again, everything in here is Earth. So you can always pitch Redox and another Earth to special summon one of your monsters, including one of your extra deck monsters that might have been sent to the grave, or you can just banish 2 and throw him on the board to make a wall. And then you can always do that too if you want to get him back into your hand to use his Reborn effect again. 2 Max Seeds for draw power, of course Earth. The title card of the deck, Heatwave. I already explained what it does. It's really just going to prevent your opponent from getting any monsters on the board. If you open up with this turn 1, it's going to give you the best chance. 3 Duality. I like to use different rarity of cards in my deck if I'm able to, so I'm using a black rare, a starfoil, and a super. I feel they don't stack as much when I use different rarities. But anyway, since you're not going to be special summoning a lot with this deck, with the exception of Rabbit or Redox, you're going to be able to just draw a lot faster. This is going to really help speed up the deck. Heart of the Underdog. Almost all of your monsters are vanilla. This card's effect is during your draw phase, when you draw a normal monster, you can reveal it and draw 1 more card. Something that a lot of players forget that you can do with this card is if you draw a vanilla, say a Gene Warp Werewolf, and then you draw a Battle Axe, you can reveal that Battle Axe and draw again. You can keep drawing with this card until you come into an effect monster, a spell, or a trap. So this is really going to help speed up the deck. 1 Day of Peace, more draw power, and you're not running the strongest monsters, so this is going to help buy you some time. 2 Fire Formation Tensu. It just lets you normal summon a second Beast Warrior type monster during your turn. And of course all your monsters are Beast Warrior. I chose Tensu. I like Tenki in here, but there just wasn't enough room for both. I like Tensu because you can't really get a lot of bodies on board with this deck very quickly, and this is going to help with that. And you don't really need to search for any of your monsters because they all do kind of the same thing, and you're going to draw into them with all of your draw power anyway. 3 Skill Drain. Negates the effect of all effect monsters on the field. Now this card cannot hurt you whatsoever in this deck. The only effect monsters you're running are, well, I'm sorry, if you put an extra deck monster on the field, this could hurt you. However, in your main deck, the only effect monsters you're running are 2 Maxi, 2 Redox, and 1 Rescue Rabbit. And Rescue Rabbit's effect, because he banishes himself as cost before he activates his effect, Rescue Rabbit actually gets around Skill Drain because he'll banish himself, and then his effect will resolve while he's banished. So you'll still get the 2 monsters. And of course, Redox and Maxi activate in hand. And then if you have Redox on board with this, Redox isn't going to return to your hand at the end phase, so it's just going to put a 3k wall on the field. 2 D Prison, 2 Mirror Force, a Bottomless, a Torrential, a Compulse, a Solemn, and a Black Horn of Heaven. So a lot of back row hate. Now for the extra deck, you're pretty much going to run. I mean, there's no way you could possibly get any kind of level 7 or rank 7 play or anything. The only thing you can run in this extra deck are going to be rank 4s. So you're going to run stuff that has synergy with the deck. So 2 Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Tiger King. When he's summoned, he's going to let you grab one of your Tentus and put it on board, and he requires 2 level 4 Beast Warrior type monsters. So same thing, you're creating synergy. Lightning Chidori, of course, for if you can pull off the Ninkin Dog play. Gaga Cowboy. I run 2 Crazy Box, and the reason I run 2 Crazy Box in this deck is because I run triple Skill Drain. So when you put Crazy Box on the field and you have Skill Drain, he becomes a 3000 beater. He loses the effect that makes him not be able to attack. So I think he's really good with that Skill Drain combination, and this is how the deck is going to be able to put a strong monster on board. Fairy King Alberdike requires 2 level 4 monsters, and he can detach, and then all non-earth monsters on the field lose 500 attack and defense. So the only non-earth you run in this deck are going to be your Ninkin Dogs. And he's an earth himself, so once you put him on board, everything that your opponent has that's 2700 attack or less are going to be able to be run over by this guy. 1 Maestro, 1 Utopia. You can even tech in Utopia Ray if you want to. And then you're going to want to run a Diamond Direwolf in this deck too. Now a Diamond Direwolf, his effect is you contribute 1 Beast Warrior, Beast or Winged Beast monster, I believe, on the field to destroy 1 card on the field or 1 card your opponent controls. So Diamond Direwolf, you can always make him with your level 4s, and you can tribute himself to destroy a card on the field, or because everything you run in this deck is Beast Warrior, you're going to be able to tribute any of your other monsters, nearly any of your other monsters, to destroy a card on the field. So anyway, this is the Heatwave Lock deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. There'll be a link to my eBay page in the description below that's going to send you to a guide that covers this deck more extensively and gives you some more of the combo plays. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe. We'll see you next time.